Today we don't have like a proper session, but just well, a few things to take care of. We did some administrative work in the background, and most of it is done. But I want to record at least like some of the scenes that might be important. So well, I guess let's dig into session 128 with Vicious Love meeting the spirit of Gribnoy in right at Perograd, the place that used to be a fort. And well, you can feel a presence like knocking at the walls of your mind, and you know it's touched by this point.
Yeah, the touch is probably stronger because I kind of deactivated my mind shield recently.
Well, yeah, but you're still like polite enough to like not just barge in.
Yeah. Okay, I would allow it in.
And you hear the voice. No, discernibly stronger. And, well, in a sense of being like more certain of itself. And it says, hello, Vicious Love. I've returned from my quest to finally break free. Rock has been defeated, pushed back. I took all my power that I had accumulated so far, but it was well worth it. I don't think he can return for quite a while, and then I will be strong again.
Good. Now, what will happen with this place? How exactly things will work out?
The master has left a corpse behind, of sorts. The thing that he used to fight Rock, and even part of Rock came down like rain on this world. It's now coated in essence. It's mostly just energy, but there's a darker undertone. I'm trying to keep it from turning sour, but I will need some time, and maybe your help.
Well, yes, the entirety of me and my fellow construct managers would be willing to help. We can't have another corruption like the master happening.
How wise, no, that I have a question for you. I will need some assurances. I know your people are not too fond of me, or things like me, and I don't want to end up just getting destroyed or worse, trapped somewhere. So I need your word that you will make sure to convince the others that I'm not a threat, that I'm not something that needs to be gotten rid of.
Sure, I will do my best with that. Most of my colleagues that the security chief, the other construct managers, they already see that with your help, your use, and that you're not a threat to us, it will be harder with the more far away members of the union. They are more set on not only the proper procedures, but also the didn't have the contact to know that you're trustworthy. But I'll try my best to deal with them.
Question out of character. You're being sincere here, right?
Yeah, I just got a fucking powerful ED that went against two, like, a fight again that came out of a fight of two near divinities. I'm not just giving that away. I want the power for myself, Radomir.
Understandable. Understandable. Yeah, just making sure that everything is as it seems. Otherwise, we'll make some rolling maybe. But yeah. Okay, and another thing, vicious love. The servants of the master. They've been greatly weakened. They're asleep in this new layer created by the corpse of the master. Not sure if they can all be rooted out in time, but something may stir them in the future, and when that time arises, we will need to be ready, both of us.
So when you say it like this, it's pretty much just saying that one day all the EDs he created can just appear again and cause havoc.
It's more how best to say this? They will not just appear and create havoc. They are not purely themselves. They still have some loyalties to the masters, but the master is dead, so they will not know where to go. They will have no achievable objective. They might turn rabid. They might turn docile. They might stop recognizing themselves.
Yeah, that could be an issue, but there might be something worse. How deep was the connection between them and the master? Anyway, that there is remains of him in them, and with many enough just walking around, it would be enough for him to just crawl his way back from whatever the fuck happened.
I don't think more than this corpse that he left behind. It's these things. They're more like they're not parts of the master. They're not properly connected. They've been changed. Their entire purpose. We're not like you. We are things of concept, and their concept was being loyal to the master. They have nothing to work off to recreate a master. They could use their memories, but it would only create a pale imitation. Incapable of doing anything the master could, no better than any of their own taken on the role. That is, if they even take on the role. It's more likely that they will not awaken at once, but some here and there over long periods of time.
Alright, that doesn't sound that bad. I'll keep it in mind, warn the others, and have everything ready for when they start appearing.
Now for my blessing. It's been you've helped me a lot, and I'm willing to give something in return, other than just my help. And you feel her like touch at your mind gently. And well, with this, let me check where you're at the moment, so I don't say anything wrong. Vicious life, what the fuck are they? There. Three. Yeah. You can upgrade your totem to 3, and well, now say yeah, well, your destiny will go away for sure, but if you want to, you can spend like some downtime on like raising your totem up to a maximum of 5 if you want to. With only minor actions, since you have like your, you know, it was part of your hero's journey, but you need to take some time to essentially attune yourself.
So I finally fulfilled my destiny.
Yep, you filled your destiny to create a place for yourself, a new land, molded by your hand. Not just your hand, but yours was the most guiding one. And also remember like some perception awareness, and then some intelligence. Would be most appropriate. Probably maybe like academics. I'm not entirely sure on that one.
Right, perception, awareness.
Yeah, just to go to 6, right? And
I have intuitive, perception,
yeah,
and
yeah. Give me like a, okay, give me like intelligence cosmology then. But you can roll it as 6.
right. Have that would be 7 because fucking 6 intelligence. 6.
Oof.
I have creative.
Creative, huh? Well, we'll just zero out. Anyways, but
Oh yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not a watch.
yeah. And well, but yeah, as this thing touches your mind, you can feel, you know, it's something far greater than you, but at the same time, it's less than you. You can feel, you know, how like outside influences shapes it, even as you speak right now. it's a entire being. As just ever so slowly nudged by every thought that you have, and if you had to take a guess, it's probably the same for everyone, maybe to a lesser degree since you have like a less direct connection, but still, it feels like as you yourself noted, like a god. To you, at least as far as a god would be for a technocrat, I suppose. Like a godlike being would be probably better way to say. And she does feel like a lot more powerful than the first time you've encountered her. Back then, she was just like one of these ADEs. But now she's become more into her power.
Right, but by my shit cosmology, I don't really know what all of this means. Just what I felt.
Yeah, essentially. Just you know, pure good gut feelings, but nothing.
Concrete.
Yes.
Well, that works very well because out of character, I have no idea what totem does.
Oh, it just gives you a totem is essentially a background that gives you like extra dice for certain things, and you have to abide by the rules laid out by the spirits. There's like a ban essentially of things not to do. Let me like check if where we have the thing for her. Yeah, I think I revealed it before.
Yeah, I have it here. So when I do, that means when I do a military science, science, biology, or finance roll, I get like extra 3 dice.
Yes,
Oh,
that's really good.
yeah. Huh. Okay, that's good. That means I actually am good at finance now. I go from 0 to 3.
Yeah, suppose you do.
Where's finance on the character? Finance is a thing. I remember that. Does mage remove it from basic knowledges?
Yeah, it's like a secondary knowledge. Let me like try to find that in the book.
I know, it's probably same as vampire, right?
Yeah, about the same. Like
Yeah.
you like know like trade, the trends, investment markets, risks, and so on and so forth. That's one of the advantages, I guess, of like having this world heavily be influenced by the syndicate. But yeah, with that, you feel her presence fading. But you also know that you can still call on her. Like there's like a sort of like silver cord essentially. You can't see it, but you know there's something there that you can pull on to get her attention.
Okay. That's interesting. I just need to make sure how I can empower their spirit so I can empower myself.
Why do you not do a fusion dance with your spirit to gain more power?
I mean, I wouldn't do that. Like you don't know in character, like any of you, but like merging with the spirit is not that wise. Like spirits are not really. They don't think like you. They're not. They're not like proper like individuals. They're manifestations of their concepts. That's what they are, which means they're essentially constrained. Like even the master had to give up like a lot of individuality. Like it seems like more powerful spirits have like more personality to themselves, but they're still like slave to their own designs essentially. And yeah.
Okay, so I just need to make myself the most powerful spirit ever. So I will have the most individuality
Yes.
and freedom.
Yes, but like the way they would probably include being like a weaker spirit, which would mean like you would lose part of yourself before you gain like new parts of yourself.
Oh, I just need to collect powerful spirits and absorb them all at once. So instead of going to a weak spirit, I just would go directly to a very strong one.
Yeah, makes sense. But I think I saw this like already in Marvel somewhere.
I was thinking more of Naruto. You have the tailed beasts. You just need to collect all of them to gather the power and get the original godly power that they had before being split.
Makes sense. Makes sense. But yeah, I mean, they kind of make sense actually, since technically speaking, there is like one original spirit, the one that like split into basically everything else. Okay. And well, like later down the line, he would receive like a message from the people that what's his face, Alexander left behind. Like the ones researching this like dark energy.
Yes.
They do note something spectacular to you. They're very excited. And they tell you that there is that the penumbra has formed around Gribnoi.
Right. Explain that out of character.
Okay. Essentially, like the entire spirit world on like Earth is mostly the penumbra, which is how do I say this? It's like a layer around the world, I guess. You know, when you step over, you
Okay,
step
so it means that the spirit world here is not just connected to the physical; it's separating. So
Yeah,
how
like
we would start to have a spirit side besides just normal Gribbenoi.
yeah. Like normally with the realms, you have like the realm itself, and there's like some layer around it called a gauntlet. Like every place has it, right? And
Yeah.
normally, with like the realms, they don't have like, you know, a penumbra around it, which is basically, I guess, you know, a thick layer around it, like sort of like onion, I guess. And now you have one. Essentially, it's turning like a more traditional world, I guess. Let me like find the picture again. I think this was the one, or like the artistic way of saying it. It's not official art, but still. Okay, that's actually pretty bad for explaining. That's basically all of this is penumbra, I guess. Maybe like here the technocrats have a better way, since it's a official art and well, technocrats, which I do find easier. Oh yeah, they call it, it's biospheric horizon and stuff like that. But yeah, like a big layer around that essentially. And it's all part of subspace, I guess. It has like normally spirits cannot properly manifest on like just material. You know, they don't work around, which is also the case for Gribnoi. That's why the master had to like, you know, have to manifest all the time essentially. But yeah, essentially that's how it's how it works. And well, I guess you know, the news would be spreading regardless if you tell the other concert managers. But is there anything you would like to add essentially on that note?
No, yeah, we just repassed and also. Yeah, I would just repass the general report and also send like a more private message for the other contract managers asking like how they were, what would be their if they would be willing to help me to keep the spirit of Gribbenoi around, because it's as Vitaneos is having a positive effect on the place.
I don't mind giving you a helping hand. But the big question is, how are you going to keep such a spirit around?
Simple. You just have enough strength that the Union can't really remove you from your position. And they just say, yeah, I'm going to keep the spirit around. What are you going to do? Send someone to arrest me? I have a fucking army with me.
Nice.
I'm working for the Union, doing my best.
You know, you could just declare like a research project, like a long-term one.
Which has an endless black hole full of money. Well,
Yeah, that's actually good. I could ask Alexander and just do something with him. Like, oh, I even have the specialist here, who's coming from time to time to study the effects of a planet-bound spirit like this one affecting the reality of the planet. Yeah, that could work.
I mean, it's actually even true.
What?
Like what the project is all about.
Yeah, that's actually that's actually true. We're kind of doing that. That's why I even got in contact with Alexander in the first place to check out some weird stuff here.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense.
This is how you can achieve immortality, Alexander. Shove a spirit inside you.
Oof. Imagine like he does that and the spirit just gets cancer.
Oof.
Alright.
If we put the demon that John Bowie is trying to search for into Alexander, will it do anything?
I don't know. I don't want to think about that. We cross that bridge if it ever comes to it. Alright. Okay. Man. Fucking hell, imagine if like Domino had just declared his stuff like proper research. He could have gotten away with everything. Most things.
If only he didn't betray everybody.
He didn't really betray everybody, was just being greedy and retarded about it.
Exactly, he betrayed everybody.
He was just being retarded.
Okay.
Yeah.
End of it.
If you're gonna be greedy, don't be retarded.
But
Be like Ems.
be
No, not yes. Be retarded, Ems, but not greedy. Yes.
be greedily retarded.
But yeah, let's see. I guess that leaves Allied real quick. I think he has a meeting to attend to.
Well, I also gotta figure out those guys for Ems. If any of them wanna go in the black hole jail.
Well, I
Well,
think. I mean, that's what a meeting is about. I think.
No, I also have a meeting with that traditionist lady.
Well, I guess that's true. Let's see, like how far we go. Actually, I'll give you the choice. Which one do you want to do first? Because we're
Let's
gonna.
do the traditions one because we pushed that off for a fucking while.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. Then give me a moment. I need to write something down.
I just can't believe that Bacon has a totem. When's he gonna join the the dad club in game and make the E have a spawnling with him?
I mean, well, how do I say this? There are some vague plans.
He already has. Understood.
They already have, yes.
I see. So Bacon's having a Nephilim. Oh boy.
Well, let's drag you.
That word and what the fuck this game says it is are two different things, and they annoy me.
Wow, not Nephilim respecter, I see.
No, I prefer the real Nephilim.
What are the real Nephilim?
The ones that were killed in the Great Flood. It's very weird temple. What is Bacon? What are you gonna name your next child? This one with it's gonna say this one that was spawned with High Tundra. No,
Be a machine.
this one spawned out of the Grimnoid spirit.
It depends on how the child looks. It
I
needs to be like
can't-
it needs to be like mushy. Oh, it's a mushroom. Let's go mushy.
I hope Mushy doesn't get jealous of it. That'd be sad to have siblings trying to kill one another for father's attention.
May only the strongest survive.
That sounds like some shit that Mary would do, though.
Let's see.
Or at least not turn away.
There's too much on this list here. Yeah, let's go. We can go here. And I guess the golem. No, maybe this.
Oh, it's a dirt bike. Oh, that sounded horrible. What the?
Should ask him if,
No,
if he saw.
remember, kids, clean your air intake.
Are you sure about that?
My intake is carbon monoxide. What?
What are you, a plant?
I am now a tree. You cannot speak to me.
But I speak for the trees, and they say I get it torn down and have the Bible printed on you. Remember, God made trees so we could rip them down and print His words on them.
Amen.
That'll be bacon. It's okay, Redomer. One day you'll understand God's greatness and His desire to produce things for the Bible. Why else do you think He would get so writable?
Well, very understandable. Very understandable.
Everything's supposed to have the word of the Lord on it.
Oh god. I mean, technically true, but
Exactly.
but do you think you're worthy of bringing these words about?
Nah, I'm found wanting. I'm a heretic.
Very unfortunate.
But it's okay, because so is the modern church.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting till you till we get to the cursed meeting, good sir.
Yeah, just trying to
I
find.
gotcha.
I just forgot what I called this thing.
She's a hermetic, right?
Yep, she's a hermetic.
No.
Okay. Well, you're being led through yeah, to the base, I guess. Well, you have to like travel there, like just by yourself, and you're being fetched by someone. You're being driven in a rover, by your trusty friend, the man that brings people a good death.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's roughly in this area here, and well, he starts then leading you and to a cave.
Does he also wear a spacesuit? I can't like. Is
Yes,
he also?
he's also wearing a spacesuit. Yes,
Okay,
but
okay.
you don't know if he. I mean, technically a conventional space, so everyone has to.
Okay.
So it should be fine. To trust him, right? He certainly is. Like traditions, technocrats. You're all doing the same thing, right?
Yeah, they are. We're all giving the good death to the Nephandic influences in space.
Exactly.
We're all on the same team in space.
Yeah. Technically true. But rightly not. Okay. But yeah, you enter the cave alone. Yeah, you're here over your headset to just move forward to the wall all the way in the back. It should open once you approach.
Sam's just gonna, he's gonna trust it because he has no reason not to trust this guy. So it's just gonna. I'm gonna commit heinous acts on this fucking biker. But yeah, I'm just gonna go to the end of it and whatnot. Oh. He's not gonna have he's gonna have a sidearm, but he's not here for violence.
Okay. And well, the doors are open, and well, he didn't even realize was there. But those walls are in fact doors. cleverly disguised, not with magic, but with mundane means. And
No wonder why we couldn't spot it.
huh?
No wonder why we couldn't spot it. All this time we've searched for magic, but the mundane. I truly am a wizard. I keep forgetting you can just pick the lock.
Well, it's open, and you don't feel like any like air rushing out or anything.
Hmm.
Uh,
So it should be an airlock. Understood. I'm going.
yes. You're going in. The door closes behind you, and suddenly your suit registers the presence of fresh air.
All right. I'm gonna wait until the other door opens, like into the inside, before I like.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, the other door opens, and there's a room right outside. And you see two humans and some suspiciously, large statues that seem to turn their heads towards you as you enter. And, well, one of these is like a youngish man, and the other one a bit of an older woman. But still somewhat fresh. And she says, welcome, you must be Sam O'Neill.
Indeed, a pleasure to meet you, Miss. That's her name, right?
Yeah, she says, I'm Soher Tomar.
I
I'm,
apologize in advance. I will butcher your name every time.
that's fine, you won't be the first. This is my, my assistant, Stockby. He will be, making sure that we stay nice and refreshed. And she like claps in her hand, and the dude just rushes off somewhere in the side room.
To be an apprentice again.
Yes, and well, why like the first minutes, you do see this, like you probably seen this in like movies. This is definitely Egyptian. Like all the other places around, and
There's a lot of Egyptian shit here on Ceres, actually.
yes, it is. You also notice actually give me like some you don't have like geology or anything, but you've
I have sacred geometry.
geology. But
Yeah, I don't in the rocks very good.
yeah. But give me like an intelligence academics roll at an 8.
Oh, hold on, I gotta reroll that. I'm retarded. There you go. Nothing changed really.
Yeah, nothing changed. Well, you're not entirely sure, but you think this is like just the native rock, but like painted and like somewhat like processed a bit.
Hmm. Okay. I'm not gonna call it out on it. Like, I'm not gonna be like, your house sucks. Like, no. Like, Sam's just gonna be like, oh. And, like, I can respect that. Make do with what you got.
Hmm. Well, Sam, I can call you Sam, right?
Yes, man.
Well, come over here and sit down. It's like just puts her hand on like a stone slab, and she like moves to sit down on like another stone slab.
Yes, we're across from the sacred fire. Friendship begins here. Now we need a peace pipe.
Yes. And as you like move the statues, their heads still move towards you. Like they like turn their heads essentially to make sure.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Can I make a roll to see what they could be? Like EDEs, or if they're just possessed materials, or like.
I'm not sure what the exact role would be for this. Let me like think.
Wouldn't be science. That's retarded.
Well,
Enigmas maybe.
maybe. Yeah, just give me like enigmas, I guess. Difficulty will be a 7.
Oh.
Well, they seem to be like somewhat, corporeal, and you do know that this might be like, the traditions. Some of them have like equivalents of what a union uses, and if you had to take like a guess, you think it's probably some sort of like a robot equivalent, essentially. You don't see like any like electronic parts, but you don't see that with like a lot of robots either, especially if they're like well crafted.
Yeah. And these appear to be like well crafted.
Yes, they do appear.
Okay.
They do appear well crafted.
I do enjoy the guards. It's nice to see craftsmanship up here.
I know. Thank you. I dare. One of the first things I made here after having some proper rooms. They're quite handy against the natives.
Sam's face just kind of like frowned. Like, yeah, those natives, that. Oh, reminds me of her. But yeah, no, it's. He just nods his head that he's actually like enjoying the things. They're not mass produced. They're actually handmade.
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah, like it, then Zogwai scurries by with like 2 glasses in his hand and what looks suspiciously like like a wine bottle, and like puts it down and starts like pouring some like one for her, and if I like pours yours, and he like looks at you and
I won't turn down a free drink.
oof. And yeah, he like pours you one as well, and then retreats again without her saying a word. And then he says, well, and then she says like, well, so, Sam, what did you come for?
Well, I mainly came to make sure that our neighbors are decent people, and there will be no issues going forward, more or less, for as long as possible.
She nods.
As you're well aware, we have multiple constructs on Ceres itself, and multiple confluxes being routed specifically to my construct. And when I heard we had neighbors, not everybody can get along up here, unfortunately. I'm more of a live and let live type person, as I'm sure if you're in contact with some of the Etherites, you may have heard of what I've attempted to help get at least around Ceres.
Can't say I have exactly. I'm mostly immersed in my research these days. That's nice. Nice to hear that there's still sensible people within the union willing to work with others. No.
At the end of the day, we're all brothers and sisters in the stars, whether or not we agree with each other in our practices. He doesn't like he's not like sassing her and like for being hermetic, but it's literally like some of them are not real science, like the dream speakers.
She like looks intrigued at you, but doesn't like comment on it.
Yeah. Though I do, and I also wanted to inform you of just what to make our quote unquote chief of security of Ceres happy. And like he's like more or less gonna like lay out like what she had quote unquote demanded but requested to be like set up, and like it's very clear like how Sam gave a bigger area that actually was just where she was at.
Hmm.
And to go through and make sure you're aware of this and that for our side. Don't wish to, as I said, step on any toes or cause issues as long as I'm here. I have more important things to do.
As our mutual friend has mentioned, I think your deployment. She says this word with like some sort of like not quite disdain, more like something like that the concept is alien to her, and she says it's like permanent or semi-permanent.
She's asking if his deployment or if this what I'm
Yours.
giving her.
Your deployment in general.
As of right now, my deployment here is permanent. I am working too hard at the moment to willingly give up this position with the issues from the recent. Oh fuck! What the anomaly? What the fuck do we call it again?
Dimensional anomaly.
Oh, with the dimensional anomaly.
She like looks. I think that's your word for the Avatar storm.
Sam makes like a gesture of like don't like yeah, but we that's not.
That's not
Like I understand why it is called that. I prefer dimensional anomaly terminology on it because it was anomalous either way, and we all lost a lot of good people in that.
Yes, we did. Very unfortunate. Although not the only catastrophe. Even before the Avatar storm, the great fortress on Mars was lost to the Order. But here I'm already reminiscing. I'm sorry.
You're fine. You can reminisce. I'm not due back for some time to my base. The contract it runs well without me, which I believe is the signs of a good. I believe you call them masters of your chantries.
Huh. Well, names are really really not that important, but depends what kind of structure the chantries have. But yes, I understand the concept. There are equivalents of this. Well, I guess it's a bit awkward. It's like drinks takes like a sip. If you want to, I can give you a tour.
While Sam like he doesn't like say that he like stop and he like takes a sip himself. Is like while I would love to see the inside of a chantry as a neutral or friendly for once, I do not think it would be fair as I cannot return the favor as of yet.
Oh, it's fine. Like this is like almost all of it already.
Oh. Really?
Well, we are. This is just a research outpost. I believe that's something that should have been transmitted. Maybe got lost in translation somewhere.
No, I understand it's a research outpost, but I'm you know how the Union does things. We like to make things unreasonably large and cost far too much money. I was expecting something like a larger team. Being told one thing and seeing it, or you know how it can be.
Oh, I do know how it can be. Ah, well, this is mostly, I can have a better place somewhere else, but, sometimes, you know, we can't just restrict ourselves for a bit. And if you want to, I can, certainly show you, the parts that are costly here. And she, like, points at the, robots.
I felt the air quotes, Dahmer. No, you know what? I can never turn down a good learning exercise.
Yeah, she just says, well, they're made of metal and stone creatures, animated by, how do I say this, I'm actually not sure how to say this, what's your word for this, we call it quintessence.
Yes, quintessence is, so they're animated by quintessence or by, I believe, TAS?
Sort of like this, idea is, and they turn, they use, actually it's similar to electricity, I think, and you know, they turn the parts of it and allow it to operate, move, and
So they
yes.
no, keep going, Radonna.
Well, and they turn little parts of themselves, which allow them, you know, to turn greater parts. You might even be familiar with like some of the work I've done. It's like clockwork, but a bit more refined.
Sam rubs his hand. Clockwork, I can understand that.
Surely. And well, I've also spent a lot of time on the artwork itself. I do like some eye candy from time to time. It's not.
Sam's eye looks over at the apprentice like, run, boy, run.
Well, he's certainly a lot younger than she is, and
Yeah.
he seems awfully devout as well.
If you don't mind me asking, why the Egyptian aesthetics?
Well, it's part of it's one part of my house. We are originally from like a time and place that is more well, that is more well, oriented on the Egyptian culture. Like the history of our house, I can probably not tell you all at once, but just note this: my house claims descent from well, from Egyptian god or a goddess, and it originally was a cult that then evolved over time, and eventually ended up with the Order of Hermes.
Sam's like nodding his head like okay, like no, that's actually pretty interesting. Like also thinking of like, yes, the Void Engineers, a mishmash of the Void Engineers.
Well, devo engineers, yeah, like devo engineers, certainly, like the entire union, kind of has its roots in the orders of
In the order
Hermes.
of the Hermetics, yeah.
Yeah, and the Templars of all things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she like brings out like a like a staff of some sort and shows it to you, and on the staff you see a symbol that is like vaguely familiar. Um, Give me like a roll for this one.
We gotta
Give
tell
me,
me what I'm rolling for you, boss.
well, I'm trying to think what would be best for you right now. But since you're not fully suited, right? But you like there's a good chance that you've seen it with like so, considering the people you know and the convention you work for.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Sam. Should probably have your sheet open at all times at this point.
Oh, that's right. We came from the Void Engineers and the Celestial Masters.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that that's what the Void Engineers come from. Or, well, we're merged into. Yeah, we're combined into the Explorators. And then they
Actually,
became Void Engineers.
yeah. Actually, give it. It's not quite the perfect thing to do, but let's give it another academics roll. Just to sim at an 8 as well.
You said Dex what?
No, intelligence academics
Alright, and I'll power that. What's the difficulty, boss?
8.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll power it. Intelligence, so 6 dice at 8 with willpower.
Yeah,
That's 3.
that's actually pretty good. And yeah, you do recognize the symbol, and it's like the symbol for time. Like the time, the science of time, or rather sphere of time, considering who is having it. This,
Instrument. They're called instruments across the board, right? More or less.
I think so. I like to
Yeah.
focus entirely clear on it, but yeah.
Sam's gonna be like, is this your instrument that assists you when it comes to your time manipulation?
Oh, that's more of this has more symbolic value.
Oh.
Just trying to see if you would recognize it. I'm not very happy with this. You see, I've taught a few people in my life before, and so it's kind of a habit to test people a bit about their knowledge.
That's understandable. You know, once you've hit the point of training multiple apprentices, it kind of becomes a life habit.
Well,
Myself.
yeah, no, I understand that perfectly. Sorry I interrupted you, but not just apprentices. Apprentice is actually a bit of a new concept. I taught classes.
Oh. You taught classes
Yes.
of time
History.
or
History.
of history.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then you have me beat out. I've never. I more or less got my theoretical degree between deployments.
Yeah.
So, he like rubs the back of his neck like, yeah, it's in between deployments. Theoretical physics is a field to be working on.
Yeah, I imagine so. No, but if I can make some guesses here, I think it might be not that different from what actually happens in a deployment. Like you can do some live studies.
Indeed, but that was less of a my. You can my particular branch though was we had one of the higher casualty rates. We showed up when things went bad with spirits and other dimensional crossing things that cross the gauntlet.
That makes perfect sense. Yeah, that was bad for us as well, and I can't imagine how it would be for someone that's almost entirely out here and then tied down by technology.
I guess you could say it would be a type of comforting, because when you think about because the reliance on it, of course, strictly hypothetical. It can't bring anyway. Before we get into theological debates, and we're both annoyed. It's like it helps with slowing down and seemingly causing a resistance to these things that are out here. Is the best way to put it. So I don't have the exact terminology due to the vastness of what they could be. It a resistance, and it slows them down, which helps make it a bit more level playing field. Even though he like makes a hand job, like like the suit that he's still wearing, even though some of it is rather undexterous.
Yeah, but
and
that's
looks like ass.
yeah, and she like looks at it and says, "Well, there are like other ways to do this kind of thing," and she starts like drawing something on the on like the stone with like a brush. Oh well, that's actually more, I guess more like painting, but yeah, she fought.
Oh, are me and her gonna fight over fucking our knowledge on spirits and shit?
Okay, 3. I says, this is a basic. These are the forms to protect you from spirit incursions. And well, roll me like your intelligence, esoterica, at a 6.
Oh hell! We'll fire that again. Go by all my wisdom. 2 successes.
Ah, well, and you look at it. Yeah, no, it sounds. Well, it looks somewhat, kind of sensible even, some degree. It reminds you of like the geometry that the silver ones sort of implanted into you.
This would
Yeah.
this
So.
would be a strange question to ask you. Have you encountered any silver ones out here?
She like raises her eyebrow.
Cause and then he's gonna like as you just said, like it looks similar. He's then gonna point out like what theirs was in comparison to like her, like how she did it, like his, or I guess the silver one's it, and then give her like a summary of what, like he's not gonna tell her everything, but a summary of what the silver ones were and whatnot.
She says, oh, that's interesting. I thought for a second you were implying there were something about the something from the Silver Age, but I guess not.
Sam's gonna the Silver Age.
Well, there are like different kinds of ages, and well, they were dominated by different, I guess, beings. Most importantly were the golden ones, but they disappeared.
Would Sam know any of this, Redomer? Like, that's nothing taught by Boyd engineers, right? Or
No, that's far out there.
Sam's like making that face of like, what? Wait, like, no. Do you have any like? I don't mean to offend. Like, do you have any proof of this? That sounds.
What do you mean?
It sounds interesting, but like,
Yeah.
that's He like makes a hand gesture like, what is that like? I mean, maybe they're tied to that age. They said they were on Earth prior, like a long time ago, before we really were things.
And what you're willing to learn, I guess I will indulge you. And you claps her hands, and Kareem comes by, and she like does like she does like a he does like a slight bow and says, "Yes, master. Fetch me the book about the different ages. It should be in my shelf. Make sure to grab the one on the right. The other one has my personal notes on it in it." And it says, "Yes, master." And like skip. Runs up again.
Just making a jet he's like trying to like connect the dots. Like I know like there's various like like time periods in human history, and like we weren't always there, but like.
Well, I have to warn you. This book is partly philosophical and even debated among those that are open to these kinds of beliefs. But I do believe it's worthwhile, as it is something the old masters believed in and shaped their policies and own classes around. It helps understand how they thought and how some still even think today.
No, I'm all for learning more. As long as it's not infected by that, which we need to all fight, the offending influences.
And Kareem returns and hands her the book, and then he whispers, leans in and whispers, "Give me like an perception alertness roll, difficulty 6." Oh well, that's actually pretty good. And he like you hear him like whisper, he says, "Master, the time is almost up. I think you should well, say goodbye to our guest. Remember what happens when you don't." And he turns around and gives you like a slight smile and moves away. And she looks at you.
Sam's just enjoyed his wine.
Well, hands over the book. Says, "Here. It's unfortunately written in ancient Greek, but I think the unit has translations software. I think, yes, a translation software available."
Mm-hmm. Sounds like an acquired. When would you like this back? When I'm finished reading with it, then?
Yeah, preferably. Like, don't rush her, but I would like to have it back eventually.
It's more than understandable. And then Sam's gonna like pull out like a little like, and then oh, very well. Since we're not gonna actually be working it over here, then are the earlier plans acceptable to you?
They are. Well, I suppose. I suppose I'm fine with most anything, as long as it doesn't interfere with my research and with the well-being of well, anyone in this chantry, and of course not endangering the assets I've created and brought with me. So yes, seems very much acceptable.
And then Sam's gonna nah, wait, and then I will see about through my friend about getting a way to get in a bit more ease of contact with you than going forward instead of just potentially showing up without once I'm done with this and things like that.
Well, in terms of future contact, I'm not sure exactly when and how those will be. I'm often immersed in my research, as I mentioned before, that does include long periods of seclusion in this case. So I cannot guarantee I will be able to meet with you right away.
That's fun.
Karim might be able to be in contact somewhat, but well, he will be busy as well if he works with me.
And I will. Yes, is there anything anything particular you'd be like usually anything else particular then, like, is this what you would like from the like the Union wire up here, besides leaving you alone with your research?
I can't think of anything what I don't already have. Well, I suppose I suppose you could always warn me if you plan any more expansions. That way I can avoid stepping on your toes.
Things about the train line. Yeah, there's gonna be a couple more underground lines laid in the next few years. Not near here, but I'm sure all Ceres can feel it.
Yeah, she goes like the fire, and traces her like finger right around it, and as she does, like the edges start like lighting up, and you see there's geometry again, and then you see the like fire form into into like something that looks remarkably like Ceres, and you see like the
Damn,
base.
that's whack holographic tech. I gotta get that.
Oof.
It produces heat, and it's a map, dude. No, that's bullshit. We gotta spend millions on these maps, and they just got this.
Exactly.
There's no way it's not science, right?
There's no way it's not science. I mean, it's technically science, and yeah. What was notably about this? Like the parts are of where like technical bases are lit up. Like even the ones that are just the places where the nodes are, and there's just extraction are lit up.
Yeah.
And it also includes like the train lines, and what looks like the trajectory of the train lines. It's like a little bit off, like someone's making just predictions, but it's definitely there.
Ah, yes, a master of your a master of your craft. That is an interesting thing to see for a change. Somebody that's not gone and able to master this field.
Well, we're not so different in terms how in what we do. It's mostly different ways to do it. At least that's what I believe. Well, but yes, I just want to show you. Like, I don't think any of this will interfere with me right now. But well, as I said, if any more expansion plans, I can adjust my plans properly. I've made sure that you and well, I don't really like step on each other's toe right to begin with, but it will be a burden of my mind to be actually informed.
I will, and I can at least promise that as long as I'm here, I will do my best to keep you informed when it comes to expansionist ideas like that or outside of constructs, especially over in your area.
Yes, of course.
It's only fair.
Oh, but
Willing to put up with us, why will we not return the favor?
of course. Yes. Sorry, I'm getting a bit distracted now. I have to. It was a nice meeting. But I'm afraid I have to go back to my research. And even if I go without a roll, you can tell that he's not being entirely truthful. She looks not well. Like he's trying to trying to concentrate
Yeah.
and trying to keep her thoughts together.
Was a pleasure meeting, like, he's like gonna quickly like finish this, like, it's a pleasure meeting you, ma'am. I wish you much luck with your research.
Thank you.
Will be, I went now.
I wish you good luck with your projects as well.
And then Sam's gonna, like, what's that, like, actually, like, head on, like kind of like make a gesture, like, to the apprentice, like back out that way, and like if he's giving like a nod or whatever, like he's gonna head on out.
Yeah. All right. Well, give me like some perception alertness roll at a difficulty 9 while you leave.
4, 6. Oh, you know what? Another willpower. Go. 2 successes.
2 successes. Well, I catch a glimpse of something. Of like a drawing. On a back of a wall. Somewhere, like behind one of the columns almost. And it looks a bit like a humanoid. Maybe I try to find a picture of this. Where was it? Yeah, I think this is the correct one. No.
Local man compliments Time Mage about being, all there. Proceeds to absolutely not be all there. Feels bad, man.
Yeah, no, she's a little bit fucked.
If Sam didn't have 2 other baby mamas already, he'd be like, I can fix this.
Well, interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna post it in chat, I guess. Yeah, it looks like a roughly humanoid.
Oh, what the fuck?
It's just a drawing of this.
Oh,
It's
okay, I was about to be like, Sam's not gonna be very cash money with that if but he's gonna commit that to memory because that's something that needs to be that's weird.
Of course, it's like an Egyptian art style and stuff, but yeah, it's definitely not something. It's just definitely not something that you would expect there.
Look,
Stands a bit out.
Sam had basic Egypt's history. He understands that's not on the pyramids. Therefore, it's something weird. He understands that aliens built the pyramids. Okay.
Oof. Well, that sounds like heresy.
No, it's okay. They were human aliens.
Human aliens, I understand.
Yeah,
God.
it's okay. No, he doesn't actually believe that, but yeah, all right. And he's gonna don his helmet again once he gets to the door and head on back out to hopefully have his buddy still there to pick him up.
Yeah. But yeah, like you don't get immediately called when you like leave the chantry, but once you're like getting closer to the exit, you hear just like your friend Sam. Is that you?
Yeah, it's me. I was an interesting experience to be within a chantry, not nearly as ready to be shot as normal.
Well, I guess that was a new experience for you. But I think she probably was a nice host.
I guess that'd be a new experience for you. Fuck you, dude.
Well, how did it go?
I mean, you're not wrong, but
Yeah, but like anything special?
Yeah, she gave me a really cool book to read about the various ages that apparently were a thing.
Huh.
Which I don't. She thought maybe the silver entities I dealt with here were from the Silver Age, and then she was like, "That's impossible." I mean, depends on the timeline. Also, saw a really weird drawing when I left.
Like?
and he's gonna describe it to like the best of his capabilities.
Oh,
But,
just like scratches his chin and says, sounds like some mythical creature. But there's like a dozen that fit us that description.
yeah, she seems like a nice person. It feels weird having a hermetic not try to just immediately call me out on my science being wrong. You know, he's like loaded. He's like that. He's like loaded and transported stuff.
Hmm.
But the good news is though everything was a-okayed, so going forward it will hopefully be live and let live for good policy.
Yeah, hope so too. Otherwise my head will be on the line.
You know I have your back.
That's more figuratively.
Oh. I thought you meant literally. I was gonna say your good death will come in time, not a moment sooner, my friend.
I appreciate the sentiment, and I gives you a smile, and says, well, we should drive back before they start asking questions.
I mean, they could ask questions, but I will just tell them I am doing Sam things, and that usually works 90% of the time with my construct.
Sam. You know, you just go to like go near Danielle and she just sniffs in the air and says, I smell hermetics.
It's okay, Daniel. It was a hermetic, not an EDE. And she starts fucking shooting the sky. Where are they? Where are the EDEs? Danielle, take your medicine.
No, actually, she like goes out on all fours and start you know, try.
Just starts foaming out the mouth, yeah.
No, she like starts striking.
She just disappears through a shallow. Danielle, get out of the shallow. There's EDEs over here. Danielle, get out of there. I know you're gonna yell at me. Danielle, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think it's time to end the session here.
Alright.
It did go a bit over, but I guess we also had like a long pause in between. Well, that's
I mean, it took a fucking hour or 1 hour and a half to start. But if I can be randomly chosen first, because I have another session to go.
okay. You're randomly chosen. What a coincidence.
Good. Well, in character, no, spirits are very powerful. Imagine all the power I can get to myself, all the greatness I can do. I can shape this planet however I want. Out of character. I'm sad that my destiny ended. It was so good.
Oh, well. All things good. All things must come to an end, I think.
I should have just learned, like, on the first sessions what Destiny did, because I like only started rolling Destiny in like session 30 or something.
Hmm.
And with that, I will be off because I have another game in a few minutes. So,
Alright,
goodbye.
3 XP by the way.
See you, Bacon.
Bye.
Probably enough to get my broken charisma, but I'll leave that for next time.
Hmm. Alright, well. Next up, let's see between the two of you. Well, it's in character, out of character thoughts.
Out of character, not gonna lie, I like this session, and all my things were very nicely done. And also, I hope Allied does remember our part of the agreement.
What was it? What was that?
Let me post it.
I have a lot of agreements I gotta remember.
It's in the Roll20 chat.
Oh yeah, from. Oh no, the Especially this, they have let live policy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I gave her that information, and she said, yeah.
What, even including the scanning of our bases?
I stated I gave them what the chief of security gave her. But I mean, I also realize, she more or less is to an extent scanned our bases, or has a rough inkling as to what's going on with our bases. So I've done the agreement.
That's fair enough. I'll probably need to speak to the chief of security next session. In game, looks like it's quite odd to have a family that willingly signed up for the RCC unit. Willingly. But you do you, family.
It's a them problem. Not a you
Yeah, but
problem.
they signed away the mother and the kids. Hmm.
I mean, they can always get more women and more kids.
Yeah. Well, that's a hot take. But yeah, okay. Then, well, let's roll. Who's gonna be next? Oh, what a surprise! It's Allied.
It's bacon again.
It's Bake again, right?
In character, same as impressed how that everything went rather well. Like, she was not happy with everything, but she's willing to work with it and accept it. And out of character, I thought there was going to be more horrible things that were going to happen.
Like what?
So I don't know. I figured like it was going to be like, it's an ambush, and they're all Nefanic. No, they're just a bunch of nerds, Egyptian nerds in space. Like, we're gonna research here in space, which I can respect. If there's any place I could get away to, like, go to research, why would you not want to research in space? Like, that's hella cool.
I mean, that's very true and very real.
Question, Radomer, though, for you.
Yeah.
Do I have my own things to shotgun like Bacon and Emps have, or no?
I don't understand the question.
So you know how like Emps had like the RCO or RCA or whatever to like, and like a couple of bullet point things to go over.
Oh well, yeah. If there's anything you want to do, the downtime, I guess. You can like write it. If it's nothing too crazy, I can start. I know it probably, but yeah. Essentially, like Em sent me like a list, and I went through it, and I did decline a few points and so on and so forth, and like change them. But yeah, still workable. Essentially, it's not a proper downtime. It's just like a few actions you can do essentially. Not going to a hard limit, but something what's sensible.
Make it reasonable. Yeah, I gotcha. And then I could just send those and deal with that whatever during the week.
Yeah.
Okay. The baby daddy saga continues, however.
Well, it will take about a while for try to pop.
I thought the mercenary one was like confirmed already. She hasn't been able to catch me.
I mean, sorta like what she was she's essentially like prepared to look out. I think. I think during downtime, she probably would have figured it out before, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure about the exact timeline. But yeah, there are reasons why she is certain.
Oh, I'm not one of the family. I understand my melatonin is too low.
Well, you could just raise it. Lewis can fix you.
No, I have a book to read. I have ancient Egyptianology to first understand. Then I have a book to read.
Well, like having more melatonin will help with that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have a Cerebrum translate it for me. Me and my hyper sentient AI are gonna read about a bygone period. What could go wrong?
Yeah, like Cerebrum just stops mid translation and says, "I remember this. I wrote this book 100 years ago."
that Sam would be very confused about that, and then just be like, okay, well, I mean, you know, Hyde's got a body machine. Do you want to be a human?
Oh my god. But yeah. Well, I guess I mean, it's still 3 XP for everyone, and well, nature's what do we have on nature's?
Crusader.
Did you do crusading? Well, I guess you did.
I'm
Sort of.
director.
Well, you did some directing, I suppose.
I directed a family's future into my hands. Now sign these papers so you can be resurrected as NVE personnel.
Honestly, like, so you're the most British person out there, I think. Like, literally, like, tricking people into signing some stupid shit.
For
Yeah.
eternal servitude, he's more Egyptian. You thought you could die and not serve the king still? That's where you're wrong, kiddo.
I mean,
You oathed yourself onto the church. You're not serving the king for life and life.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I'm like, you know, rating that as the same thing as, like, you know, the British just randomly showing up to some place and, like, then scamming the local king into giving up his land to the British Empire.
It worked though, so you can't blame.
Yeah. Yeah, it did work, but honestly, I think the ramification of the British Empire are, like, still, you know, enough to destroy your people, but yeah, that's another kind of worm altogether. Everything comes at a price, Ems. Everything comes at a price.
Oof. That is true, but don't worry. The great cycle will begin, and the great scams will begin once more.
Okay. Well, 3 XP as I said, and do you need anything else? Oh yeah, do you want to buy anything?
See, I would like to buy my third dot in helmsmanship.
I see. I'll sure have it. It's been a while, and you probably have gotten around to do this kind of stuff. Oh well.
I'm gonna need it soon when I look for more ship parts.
Alright, and then I guess say goodbye to the bots.
Goodbye, bots.
Bye, bots.
Bye bots, indeed.